now, right?
All the same trees.
Changed position because they've altered the landscape slightly. Look out this way. Stand right where I am, where this pole is. Right? Now what have you got?
You're right where the X is.
You've got an absolute fantastic shot. And if you miss the first one, you've got plenty of time
another
before
one.
you get round here to shoot again.
Yep. Good point.
The next thing you've got is a fantastic getaway because the crowd are going to come up that way if they do. You don't know that they will. If you're in that corner,
they're going to find you.
Everyone's going to see you.
Yep. If you're back here, no one knows.
I can drop my gun down there, kick it under a car, and just walk off and have a cigarette as if I've been stood here doing nothing else.
And the whole parking lot was filled bumper to bumper with cars
if you
parked.
Look at the interviews where people say they saw smoke, they stood right there above the middle pole of the underpass.
Right.
Just to the left of that one there. This is where the smoke came out from. It was a little less covered in those days.
Right. The trees were smaller.
Most weapons actually don't produce a great deal of smoke when they fire.
Just a little bit.
Right?
Well, this was an ancient World War I rifle, supposedly, but then
no, it was a sniper. It was a high-tech.
That was a Mannlicher Carcano, and whether that's actually the weapon used or not, I wouldn't say that's irrelevant. But if you have a second shooter and it's going to be a low trajectory shot,
it's going to be a good
where you're going to do that shooting from. Not there in the corner. There's no Badgeman over there. Although it's fantastic to look at the images of Badgeman because they're so evocative, aren't they?
Right.
You've got this guy possibly with a Dallas.
Oh, I saw that.
BPD,
Yeah, I saw that video.
with possibly even a muzzle flash there, and it's a wonderful image, but it's created out of blobs which are basically on a Polaroid which is this big, and that's the most resolution you get with the Polaroid. It's not designed to be blown up like a negative is, so the actual inherent image value of it is significantly less. Although it's instant, the information contained within it isn't the same as on a negative that's the same size.
Yeah.
Polaroid are that size because when you contact print one of the old negatives from the old box brownies, that's the same size that they came out of. That's why it became that size. But the quality of the image is not the same. But on the other hand, Polaroid is much less easy to manipulate after the fact. But this is where you have that second shooter, and and it is perfect for getting away. We had a train going across here at the same time.
There's a train.
Just like now. If you look at some of the photographs, you can actually see it's on the second rail on that side.
Jumped on the train?
You could go and jump on the train. The only full witness was inside that signal box right up there.
Yeah, Holland.
Right. And he's up there. And
no, Holland was on the overpass.
And you've got two railroad workers. He described two railroad workers, right?
Right.
There are photographs of guys with the railroad worker hats on in this general area immediately afterwards. This is where you would stand. If there's a second shooter and you want him on the ground, this is where you stand. You don't stand over there.
Yeah, more cover over here. More cover and an easy getaway.
Yeah, the getaway was easy.
The cars, unlike today, the cars were backed up. This wasn't like this was mud. This was all dirt.
Yeah, dirt. It was dirt a lot.
All of this was dirt. And there were cars all over the place. You couldn't just get in your car and drive straight out.
No, bumper to bumper.
But if you happened to have a vehicle parked here, you could throw your weapon into the trunk of the car. If you wanted, you could just kick it under the car and come back 20 minutes later and pick it up because all the cops were going to be over there.